It's time. Guys, I've been waiting all season for this. It's time for the most prestigious bowl in the world. It's not the top of the Stanley Cup when Phil Kessel's got all those hot dogs in it. Stir as heck isn't the Super Bowl. It's the Toilet Bowl. And it's finally time. We got Green going up against Red, Evan Smith alongside Andrew Keel. For the second to last week, we got some playoff action coming up after this, but who cares about the playoffs when you got the Toilet Bowl?
Yeah, we got a rematch from last year, Red versus Green. Played last year. Green picked up the win in Toilet Bowl I. Who's going to get the win tonight for Toilet Bowl IV?
That is what I call that, the drink powders. The electrolyte BS. So I guess I was ahead of the curve on that one, but either way, that looking to face off. Both teams seem to have essentially the same amount of players on them. Looks like one less for Team Red. Of course, Team Red's goalie isn't exactly wearing red, so we're just going to call him the Void. And the puck is dropped on the most prestigious hockey game in all of America. Give or take Canada. Green wins the faceoff. Quick pass up the line to Evans. He drops it back over to Sargo. Sargo's going to hold on to it all the way around the net until he gets stolen off of him by Team Red. Bit of a misfire there. Almost gets back to Green, but Red will get it across center ice, and that's all they'll get as Green returns it in their own territory. Now it's picked off. Again, that time it's picked up by Walkakis. His shot's going to go wide and whipped around the end. Carried at the point by Sawicki. Nick Sawicki, that is. And a pass out in front almost leads to a goal, but it's going to hit off the post, and Green will head back into their offensive zone. First shot of it onto the Void is saved in the glove and frozen. And there goes the first minute of this Toilet Bowl. Only 45 to go. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Well, a lot of back and forth so far, not a lot of zone possession.
And I, for one, don't stay still when I'm in toilet bowls. Doesn't happen often, but I make sure to keep moving while I'm on them. So far these two teams are living under that same principle. Battle for the #1 overall pick in next year's GOAT League draft. As well as, I believe, the last game for these two teams. Okay, I always get confused with some of the tournament styles. I didn't know if they just played next week for fun. Behind the net, Green holding on. Couple moves there, and they will start moving it ahead. Cherry picked up to the line and lost by Jacob Godin. And it's Red with another opportunity to score. Pass across the net, it's going to tip away. And a couple of teammates will take it forward. Couple moves. Ends up behind the net. Get picked off. And it's a one-on-one chance for Camden Davis. And he tries Kucheroving it, but he does not get the one-hand backhand off. And the Green will go back again. Couple of moves. Pass back. Shot is saved. Whole line of Penguin Pens Elite players going for Green. They have another rush opportunity after the save. Couple of moves made by Goldfane. Ends up behind the net and without the puck. Red will take it back once more. 3-on-2 for the time being. Making a couple moves and poke checked away. Great save by Cassie Kitteridge there. And Green can't escape their defensive end, but offsides will be called on Team Red.
Red really looks stronger so far in this one. You wouldn't expect it, as their only win came in the last week of the season. Green really heated up near the end of the season as well. They took down Teal, who ended up being the 1 seed, but still not enough to get them out of this situation.
There are not many things in the world better than a heated toilet seat. Anyways, back to the ice. Not exactly heated. Green's offense opportunity, they couldn't get much away on it, and another chance. Walkakis. He's got a man alongside him. He'll take a shot, and it's saved again. Keeping possession, pass across, shot. He shoots and scores. AJ Schaff starting off the toilet bowl with a bang.
Yeah, as I was saying, Red really coming out hot, and that proves it right there. They get the first goal of the game. Took a while. We've seen a lot of goals scored early in games this season, but not today.
This is no mere game, though. Around the edge, Victor Green wins the face-off. Nice speedy rush there by Bell. Oops, no, wrong team. Stargo. But save made by the Void.
Green looking to come back-to-back toilet bowl champions as they won this last year.
And a slap shot will be missing the net. Red's going to come away after the corner battle. But they'll lose it and give Green a decent opportunity to work with. Out in front of the net, no one's there to receive the pass. Picked up by Pastelevis. And tipped out of play. 17:40 left in this first half.
And counting.
We just passed 17:38 while we're making decade-old references. We being just me, but speaking of butts, back to the toilet bowl. Face off one, and it goes back to Jacob Godin. Hit off the post, they'll cycle back around behind the net. Back to the point, picked up by Snyder. He'll try to find the man as he bounces it off the Coca-Cola logo. And right back with him. The second time he's going to have to bounce it off the boards, but Red recovers it. Had it tipped away, but they'll keep it moving. Bit of a struggle at the center ice. They're going to have to back off just a little bit. And trip there, but not. Oh, yep, it is called. So that means Anthony Spadero will have to take a bit of a bathroom break. Do I dare call this a potty play? No. Power play for Red. Already leading 1-0 here. 16:25 to work with. Clock already counting down on that penalty. Face off one by Team Red. Take it into the corner. Green being heavy with their sticks there, trying to get this out. Try to kill off as much time as they can, but it'll go back to the point. Pass out in front of them, a couple moves, save made. Just into the glove of Kittredge, and he was able to hold it down. .120 left in this power play for Team Red. Green that time comes away with it off the draw. Dumped ahead to try to get a breakaway opportunity, but got held up by Sawicki. Back into the zone, the Void with a nice chip pass. And now Red's back in their offensive end. First shot's going to go wide, bounces around the board. Oh. The Void is, in fact, Dylan Bork. And a goal scored by Team Red while I was trying to figure out that name. Scored by Carson Paglia.
Yeah, it was a nice shot. Just catches Kittredge over the shoulder. Couldn't get the glove in.
And Paglia drops number 2 in the toilet bowl. And they still have 25 seconds left on this power play to work with. And they'll get Walkakis. Funneling towards the zone, passed out in front, just manages to bounce off the pads, and the referee will blow the whistle. That will likely end this power play as there's only 5 seconds left. So,
well, he'll be out of the box whenever right when the puck drops.
The draw, basically. So that technically ends the power play, but Red still got possession. It's going to bounce off the skate Taking the head, couple moves in front of Bork. Puck stays out in front of him, and Red gets it away. Evans was trying to make something happen for Team Green, but Walkakis, well, a couple of nice passes there, but can't get it past Kittredge. And the puck will drop back to Team Red in the center zone. Out in front, now they've got another opportunity. Pass across, he shoots and scores. That makes it 3-0 Team Red. Scored by Jack Nolan.
Yeah, just a beautiful backdoor pass. Reds kind of running away with this one, it seems. They've been dominating possession. Now they're dominating the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, 3-0, just about halfway through this first. Actually, not. 13 minutes left in this first half. And Green's got a 2-on-0. Cut down to 2-on-1, but the shot is a beautiful one over the shoulder of Bork. And that'll make it 3-1 off the stick of the captain, Mark Evans.
Just as I say, Reds dominating on the scoreboard. Green bounces right back. It really is true, the commentator's curse.
Yeah. So 12:45 left as we get back underway here. 3-1 favor Team Red, and that's going to get launched into the bench. And some unhappy campers from Team Red there. I would be too if a puck just randomly went to my defenseless head while I'm sitting on the toilet bowl. Specifically. Red comes away at the faceoff and pushes right into the offensive zone, but the pass will go awry. Now Green heading back the other way. Hewitt leaves it up for Sargo, and he just can't tip it by Bork. Tries going the other way, but Red will come back away with it. Anthony Sawicki. He'll try to make a couple moves, but he can't quite corral the puck. And now Snyder cycles the net. He'll make it all the way back to that FedEx logo. Pass across. Takes a couple of moves around, but they can't get anything out of it. Now Red taking up some speed the other way. Pass goes to Paglia. Shot saved. They'll hold on to it, looking to make something happen behind the net. Tries the Michigan. Doesn't get it off all the way. But it leaves an open net there, and it's put in again by A.J. Schaff. Makes it 4-1 Red.
Yeah, a little bit overzealous there in net. Just able to bounce that one back toward the front. Might have gone in off a Green defender as well. But a goal from behind the net, not a good look if Green wants to get back in this.
I haven't seen a Michigan attempt in a while in this league.
Yeah.
Has there been one this year? I can't remember.
I think there was an attempt this year.
Still never forget when L.J. Mooney blew our mind so much we couldn't speak. Good times. And Green looking to get some good times of their own in their offensive end, but their pocket gets picked. And Sawicki will come away with it again. Drops it back for Schaff. He'll carry it into the offensive zone. Leaves off a pass, but it's too much juice on it. So they have to cycle a little bit more. Puck stolen away by Team Green, and we'll end up with Godin behind the net. Pass ahead. Snyder has a man with him. He'll pass across. Couple moves into the glove of Bork, and he saves. 10 minutes left here in the first half of the Toilet Bowl.
Bork just picks that one out of the air, says thank you very much for that one. Saving a goal.
Bit of an off-air natural drink with this performance so far. Face off in the defensive end, won by Red, but picked back into line by Godin. He'll dump it back to Bork. He'll drop it off, and that pass out of the zone will get picked off, but ends up with Nick Sawicki. And now Green's got a chance. A couple men. Pocket gets picked momentarily, but ends up with a scramble in front of the net back to Team Red. Walkoskis passes it across, and a beautiful shot by Nick Sawicki. And Red takes a 4-goal lead.
Yeah, I'm going to say this again, and we all know what's going to happen, but it seems like Red has really turned it on. They're starting to dominate this game. If Green wants to reclaim their title of Toilet Bowl champions, they've got to turn this around quick.
I, for one, want nothing more in my life. Unfortunately, I will never be good enough to earn a Toilet Bowl title. That was good in middle school, though. Green behind their own net, loses it. Quick shot there, saved. And that will stop play with 8:20 left on the clock. And Red is just outplaying Green. You can just see.
Yes.
Red, I don't know if this sounds too harsh. They look more like they have a team strategy going on, where Green is kind of just trying to get lucky when they get to the offensive zone. Face off won by Red, but it'll exit the zone. They'll have to circle around. Forward again, and he loses it on the dangle. Drags a man down. That'll be a penalty for Team Red. So now Green will have a good opportunity to try to claw their way back with a power play.
Yeah, that's what you want to see when change the momentum for Green.
Jack Nolan will... Nope, never mind. He went by it.
Paglia.
Yep, Paglia will take his bathroom break for the next 2 minutes. So with 7:24 to go, that will start the power play. That's not how they want to start it. They win the face-off, but nobody's there to grab it. Red the other way, off the inside of the post. So now Green gets a chance to respond. Fast speed attempt in by Spadero, but he can't do anything with it, and they can't keep it in the zone either. Battle to keep it away, and Sargo's able to do some nice defense to avoid another Red breakaway there. At the blue line, they cut it in. Drops back for Godin, and he'll lose it all the way back into the offensive end. 1:20 to go on this power play, 6:40 to go in this half. Green cuts it in. Back to Evans. So keep riding at the point. To the face-off circle, still trying to find something. They'll pass across. And that back will be tipped away by Sawicki. And only 50 seconds to go for Green on this man advantage. To the line, a couple moves out in front. Tried getting it out to Goldfein, but he whiffs on the shot. And now a couple of moves made, and the pass once again can't be completed by Spadero. Out in front, no one to get it to. Back across the net. Can't corral them in time to get a shot off, and they'll go back to the point. 20 seconds left on the power play. That shot's going to be saved. Ends up behind the net. Out in front, almost got a move there, but Bork was able to shut the door. 10 seconds left. And Red will get it back in time to end that power play. So they retain their 4-goal lead with 5:18 to go. Green gets it back. They'll cut it down the line. Right in the outside, but they'll pass in front, and that one will end up in the back of the net. A nice backhander by the captain, Mark Evans.
Yeah, beautiful backhander after a pretty good power play. They just couldn't, get that final shot on net. They had good possession after it looked like it was going to be no power play at all because they were going to give up the jailbreak shorthanded goal just seconds into it.
Face off taken by Team Red. 4:38 left in the first half of this toilet bowl. And that time it's Red who can't get to the center lane. And Green with some speed the other direction. That shot's going to get sent into orbit off of the stick of Bork. 4:20 remaining. Green. Gonna have to head back to center ice on a regroup, but Red steals the puck before they can get their men back in. A lot more battling coming out of Nick Snyder as he comes away with that one. Shot's gonna go wide, play a bit of bubble hockey around the net, and ends up back with Godin. He'll go past center ice and drop it off. That's gonna get sent in back behind the net for Bork. And that'll ride the line. And Amanda right there. Shot is saved. And another shot's gonna go wide before Green's had it for a second, but they lost it once again. 3:12 left on the clock here in the first half. Red so far playing all over Green, almost tipped into their own net there, but Green's got a chance. 2-on-1. And the shot tipped off of Borkin goes wide. Now Green in their offensive end. Still behind the net, tries to get it off, but shot can't go there. Flips it back to Snyder, and he'll lose it to Sawicki. Back to Team Green. After a bit of fumbling. It's up behind the net. Red has it. They're going to catch Green in a line change. Davis with speed. His shot is a beauty over the shoulder. And it's 6-2 Red with 2:10 to go.
Davis let that one rip. And after a lot of possession for Green, seemingly going in the right direction, Red takes the 4-goal lead back.
And they take the face-off as well. Just under 2 minutes left in the first half. Can't get into their offensive zone momentarily. They got him pinned against the wall. He'll escape, make a couple of nice moves, but can't get the pass off. Ends up back with him off the stick of the goalie Kitteridge. And he'll clear it out of the zone. Nabbed back by Humphrey. Nope. Taken by Schaff. He'll enter the zone, gets around a couple of men, finds an open lane, but can't get a shot off the pass. And now Green tries to escape. Pass gets tipped and blocked away by Sawicki. And now 2-on-1 for Red. Quick shot off the post. That'll go all the way back behind Bork. 1 minute to work with. Red with possession looking to extend their lead. Sawicki will launch it forward. Get into the offensive end very quickly. A couple of moves as they wait for some men to get there, but can't do anything with it until it gets picked away again. Green trying to escape. And now out in front, a couple moves and saved. Kitteridge kept himself in the butterfly there. Didn't let that low shot go by. Center ice, Schaff will grab it again. He'll leave it off for Anthony Sawicki. And Sawicki will take it in, try to make a couple moves, but it's poke checked away. But on the rebound, they get number 7. And it's Schaff for the hat trick.
Just an off-angle shot. I don't even know how that one slipped by.
I don't even know where Schaff came from, to be honest.
But that does look like it's going to wrap us down to the end of this half.
So Team Red leads the toilet bowl 7-2. We got another 23 minutes of toilet action coming to you in just a few minutes. So keep it right here. Maybe take a quick bathroom break. Oh, wait. We're back with the toilet bowl. Second period underway now. And quickly Green gets into the offensive end, but Red comes away. Can't get into their zone before it's picked off by Schneider. He'll knock it off the boards, trying to get by. A nice jumping move, but the puck was too far ahead of Sargo to make a highlight out of it. He'll keep circling them. Almost gets it stolen away. They keep it in the zone, but they don't keep possession. And now Red's got a breakaway opportunity by the man in Dylan Bork's jersey. Poke checked away. And icing called on the other end. An explosive first 50 seconds of the second half of the toilet bowl.
Yeah, it sure is. It's like they woke up quick out of that break.
Can they keep it up, though?
Green really wants that back-to-back title.
Face off won by, I can't really tell. They kind of went back and forth there for a while, but a breakaway chance by Hewitt. He scores.
Right away, Green cutting into it just a minute and a half into the second half. After a chaotic first minute, 30 seconds later, Green on the board, and they do really want that back-to-back title.
And they needed a bit of a spark to start off after falling so far behind, and they turned to Hewitt to do it, and he did it. And now they're back on offense again. Passed out in front, safe, rebound opportunity. Can't get a second shot off. It's still out in front. Green back in possession. They turn it to Snyder once more. Saved by Bork. He'll get the rebound again. Ends up with it on the side. That shot gets by Bork behind the net. And Red finally gets possession. A mad scramble by Green there, and they don't come away with a second goal. And now Red gets back in their offensive zone. Couple of moves there. He gets poked into the air, and now Green gets the puck returned to them. Out in front, a shot saved by Bork. Back to the point. Snapped by Hewitt. Behind the net, trying to make something happen. Let's do a circle back once again. This Spadero pass out in front. And Red ends up with it again. Davis drops it back for Schaff. His shot's going to be saved and off to the side. Oh, it picked up again by Hewitt for Green. Coming out of the net, he'll dump it around, so no Tristan Jarry references needed, but one said anyway. And Schaff gets by the defense. He'll drop it in. He Kucherovs him for goal number 8 for Team Red, and Schaff's got half of them.
Goal number 4 for Schaff, and it was the most beautiful one of them all. Pulls off the Kucherov, opens up, and just slides it right through. Red takes the goal back, and it's back to a 5-goal game.
Kitteridge doesn't know whether to cry or wind his watch after that one. Red comes away with the face-off. Drop back into green zone. They'll have it picked off. Pass out in front. And door slammed by Dylan Bork. And Red will get it the other way. Shot that time, it's saved. And now Sargo has got an opportunity. He drops it to the side and picked by Bork into his glove. So cleanly, I didn't even see the puck land it.
Another beautiful glove there from Bork.
So, they'll take a bit of a second to get their breath. 18-15 left in the second half. Green wins the face-off. Loser then at the 3-on-0 opportunity for Team Red. They'll tic-tac-toe for a little bit to the side, and they don't come away with that couple of shots. And it stays out of the net by the time Green gets a chance to recover. They tried getting a bit too fancy there, and Kitteridge didn't fall for it. But they still got some more opportunities as it's grabbed by Nick Sawicki, and now stolen by Team Green. They got their own chance. Shot, drop back. That one off the post. And Red escapes that. Couple of moves. It's going to be nabbed by Green. It's going to be a 1-on-1 between Sawicki. Drops it off for Sargo, and he's going to get it by for goal number 4.
Sargo able to bring this one back to within 4. Something they've now done multiple times, but they just can't seem to cut it even further.
Face off. Back into the Green zone. Goalie's going to come out for a second and steps back in before he jars himself. It's my thing. I got to keep saying it, you know? That and stealing Mike Lang's catchphrases, but using them in baseball context, but that's neither here nor there. That's a great shot, and Bork will kick it away. Red drops it off for Paglia. Paglia tries to wrap it around the net, but it's off the post. Held firm by Kitteridge, and Green will start moving to the left. Pass will go to Goldfein. Knocked out, so they got to back up momentarily. Couple of moves behind the net. And that will stay in the zone. Great job there. Couple of moves that'll drop out to Snyder. Back to the point, and tipped away by the defense, who now take it their way. Davis drops it off for Paglia. Shaft, light shot goes wide, and it'll go back behind the net to Davis. Off to the side. Paglia circles around, makes a couple moves, gets it back again on his stick. That's saved as well. He still has possession, though. He's going to have to circle around and drop it off for Sawicki out in front to a man, but he can't get the shot off as he loses his balance there. And a couple moves made by Jack Nolan. He'll lose it to Team Green. They got a man out in front that they don't connect in time. Goes by, and Bork will nab it and drop it back to Sawicki. He'll have to make a couple of moves to escape here. Gets it off the line. Back to Sawicki. He's going to launch it forward. Picked off at center ice. Green stalled for a second to get a change. Red got one off as well. And for Team Red, Sawicki across. Save. Not save. Well, no shot, give it off. And now Hewitt takes it in. Drops it back off to Snyder, and they'll lose it. 3-0 again for Team Red. We'll see how they approach it this time. It's just a slap shot scores. Keep it simple, stupid, Luke Walkoskis. And Red's back to a 5-goal lead.
Yeah, Walkoskis, he wasn't getting pretty on that one. He was just going to let that one rip.
He did the old Angry Gino, just firing squad. 5-goal lead with 14 minutes to go in the toilet bowl. And Red wins another face-off. Picked again. Green will take it back. Trying to make something happen. Got it behind the net. To the point. Now on the other side. Green, even in the second period, just hasn't been able to find that center lane to be able to get shots off. And they're going to keep having to play the outside back behind the net. Still cycling around. No lanes open for Team Green. They try to get to get it to the center of the ice, and it ends up back with Team Red quick breakaway chance. Couple moves. Goes for that behind the back shot. Can't get it off. Now the behind the back pass right back to him. And he'll have to slow it down. Makes a couple moves. Another behind the back pass. And Wookie sneaks it by. Sorry, that was Nolan.
And that one just
And goal number 10 for Team Red.
a squeaker there for Nolan. Catches the 5-hole. As Red hits double digits here, as time is starting to dwindle on a comeback for Green.
And 12 and a half minutes to work with. They trail by half that in goals. I guess that kind of works. Thought it did something there, but Green corrals possession behind the net. Makes a couple moves back to the point. Off to the right side. And he'll flip it ahead. And once again, Green just battling in those corners, and Red comes away with it again. Couple moves. He's trying to do it himself. Pass behind the net, and great job by Jukes to poke that away. But Red comes right back to it. Tic-tac-toe saved. Kitteridge keeps it out. And now Green going their way. Spadero's got it down the wing. Tipped out in front. Not happening. Bork keeps it out. And it seems like everybody lost the puck there as it ends up back in front of the Green net, taken by Matt Jukes. Jukes passes it ahead to Sargo. Sargo's looking to find a man stuck outside that face-off dot. Goes all the way across the ice to find someone. Now cutting into the center lane, a couple of good moves. He ends up behind the net, pass out in front. No one's there to connect it, and it'll go all the way past center ice. And Green's back in the defensive zone as the clock passes 11 minutes in this toilet bowl. They'll chip it back into their offensive zone for Spadero. They'll cut out in front of Bork. Makes a couple moves, and it ends up in his glove.
Bork stayed strong on that one. Able to just stay in front of that puck, not let him get walked, and keep this one a 6-goal game.
10 and a half minutes by the time they drop this puck. Or not. Make that 10:25 by the time they drop that puck. And Red looking to extend their 10 goals total. Couple of passes there. That's going to be knocked into the back of the net. Was that an own goal?
No, I think that was number 30. Just kind of cleaned up the change right in front of the net.
So that would be a goal by the, as of now, mystery man. Makes it 11-4 in favor of the Red team. You know, I think the GOAT League should go to like Lowe's, Home Depot, and invest in a trophy for this toilet bowl. Can't cost that much, right? A little bit of ceramic. Sawicki tries making a couple moves, and he's going to get picked. Taken by Snyder. Nope, Gordon. And he luckily can't get a shot off, so that call isn't too embarrassing for me. It's around the corner. Red's going to come back with it, and they'll take their time exiting the zone. Clock's soon to pass, 9 minutes remaining. They got a 7-goal lead to work with. Couple of fancy moves there by Nolan. He'll drop it off for Davis, whose shot will wrap around the net. And it'll be back to Davis to avoid any chance of Green coming forward. Circling around is Nick Sawicki. Cutting forward. Davis with speed. He'll go around the net. He's going to keep it for himself. Drops it back. Nobody's quite there. It ends up with Team Red still. And Davis re-enters the zone. Sawicki can't find anyone, so he drops it back off for Chef. And some fine moves down the center of the ice by Paglia there. Back behind the net, pass out in front, lands with Team Green. They can't connect with it though, and Red will grab it back. That shot rings off the inside post. And now it's the other way. Sargo makes the move, but he gets hit in the air. That'll be a penalty. So Green will have a 2-minute man advantage to try to claw some of these points back.
If you're getting back in this game, a power play at this point is probably the best you're going to get. But anything can happen in the Go 4v4 League.
Well, not anything. It is just hockey, by the way, after all. I'd be shocked if it was like an alien invasion. And Red wins that face-off, rushing ahead, looking for that jailbreak. Holds on and finally takes 3 Green men to steal that puck away.
So there are aliens?
Dun, dun, dun. You got me there, I guess. Speaking of those aliens, Green can't get the shot by. And it's Red taking it the other way again. So Wiki can't get a shot off. And it'll go all the way back, taken by Bork. He gets his pocket picked. And Green not able to get anything in front of him, but they'll try a couple of shots. Ends up back behind him. That time it gets by Bork. So Green gets their first goal of the power play.
Finally able to put one in after pickpocketing Bork behind the net.
Yeah. You'll be shocked to hear me say that Bork got Tristan Jarry there. Face off one by Green. Unlike Jarry, though, he actually made an effort and got a couple of stops before he went in. Well, they're not playing the Islanders, so I guess it's not, it's not like a double job. I'm convinced Tristan Jarry was like an inside agent for the Islanders, but that's neither here nor there. Green has 8 more seconds on the power play. It's back at the point. Out in front, Bork's gonna knock that one away. And it ends up in the corner. Back to full strength is Team Red. And back on offense they'll go. Shaft takes a shot, saved and pinned under the glove until it's given back to his teammate. And offsides call. That's a momentum killer for Team Green. And 5 minutes they'll have to work with once play gets back underway.
Just an unfortunate whistle there, as this one's actually going to go all the way back to their own zone.
How does that work?
Because that's where the pass was from.
Oh, that's a new one. Face off. Taken by Red. They've got a chance out in front, but the pass can't connect. Green putting in a lot of effort. Pickpocket there from Jukes. Jukes pass across. Can't connect with Spadero. And they're back right in the outside line. And Red. Stolen by Davis. He'll take his time past center ice. Sawicki. Sawicki shot saved. And now Green back the other direction. Can't get a shot off as they tried passing across. Right back into that corner. Go past center ice. Get the pass on out in front. Saved. Or poke checked away. Got lost in a bit of a shuffle there. Couldn't quite see it. Goldfein gets stolen in the offensive zone by Nick Sawicki. Sorry, that's Anthony Sawicki. Now pass out. Ends up tipped behind the net. Red hold on, another one out in front. He scores. Extends the lead to 7 with just 3:30 left on the clock.
Up to 12-5 now, as we approach the 3-minute mark where we could get stoppage clock, but I think at this point I don't think we're going to get some stoppage clock.
Yeah, the math ain't mathing on that one. Red will tip that all the way back to the goaltender. Launch around Green. We'll cycle it back around, but no one's there to connect it. It'll go back into the possession of Team Red. Clock passes 3 minutes to go. Out in front, tipped down and save made. And Red just keeping that pressure on despite their slight lead. Behind the net, passed out in front, it's going to get tipped away. Held out of the zone, they're going to roll it in offsides. And the clock will continue running past 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Who will win the toilet bowl? I have no idea still. Team Red. Team Red looking for some insurance goals. And decent hit there. And Red just smothering Team Green in this offensive zone. They're trying not to let them get anything off, but Spadero will end up with it. They'll spin around and wait for some men. Saved by Bork. Another one on the rebound, and it goes back on Team Red. 1:48 on the clock. Team Red back in their offensive zone. Drops it off for Sawicki. He's going to make a couple moves behind his back and won't get it. Now back the other way. Spadero once more. He finds another man out to the side. Pass across, can't get the shot off. 1:30 left. And stolen away by Paglio. Gives it back off for Walkoskis. Back to Walkoskis. Couple of moves. Back over. Can't get a shot off. They just keep going back and forth, and it's knocked away by Team Green. Kept in the zone by Schaff. Schaff passed behind the net. Lost it for a second, so Paglio can't get a shot off, and it's stolen by Jukes, and the whistle is blown for...
The net comes off.
That net came off the hinges there, which is going to kill any comeback chance for Green. That'll draw another 10 seconds off the clock. We're past 50 seconds left in the toilet bowl. One. Sawicki's shot, glove down. So one last great save by Kitteridge, and it'll send Green back into their offensive zone. Captain Evans drops it off. Shot saved by Bork, and it goes wide. Now back to the point. Sargo lofts it to another man. Back to him. Out in front of the face-off circle. Pass across, had an opportunity, but he couldn't corral the shot. He'll lose it. 10 seconds left. Red will regain possession. They'll launch it into the air and go back to Green. One last opportunity tipped. Bork makes one more save, and that will expire the time. Your 2026 Toilet Bowl champions are Team Red, which means they secure the first overall pick in next year's draft and eternal glory in my heart as the winner of the most prestigious hockey game in the world.
And roles reverse from last year. Last year was Green that pulled it off again. It was a 6-seed Green who upset a 5-seed Red. This year it's a 6-seed Red upsetting a 5-seed Green.
Well, tune in next year to see who wins the final of the trilogy. Oh, sorry, was I not supposed to read that part of the script?
Oh, you're getting ahead of yourself.
Sorry for the spoilers, guys. But no spoilers for what's coming next. In just about 20 minutes or so, we got the playoffs. So we will see you back just in time for that.
Welcome into the Cranberry Cup playoffs, semifinal game number 1. It'll be the 1 seed Team Teal taking on the 4 seed in Team Purple. Purple, who took down Team Green in the play-ins last week. Teal took down Black in the play-in for the 1 seed, as they had that game last week. So both teams coming in off of wins. Cannot say the same for the next game, where Black will come in on a loss, as they lost to this Teal team. But we just came off the Toilet Bowl. How'd that end up, Evan?
Yeah, I mean, the weather outside may be frightful, but the ice is very delightful at the moment. I mean, Red just kind of dominated the entire time, for being brutally honest. But this is an interesting matchup, because I feel like Teal has struggled with Purple at times throughout these last few years.
So yeah, going into this game, I anticipated this was going to be your finals matchup, because you had it almost last year, but Black with the upset in the semifinals. And then Purple came in this year. They added in Zemgus Girgensons, and you think they're going to, boost up and get over the hump, and then they had a little bit of a false middle, I should say, as they kind of just hit a rut.
Sorry, I was listening to the intros. I was like, what? I was confused as to what they were doing. I didn't realize they were doing player intros. I don't think the players knew either based on the intro reaction. Never heard anybody call him Matthew before. That's a new one.
As we're going to step away for our first national anthem of the evening. Anthem done. We get ready for game 2 of the night, the first semifinal of the night. Taking a look on the Purple bench, I see a distinct lack of Latvian on that bench. Looks like no Zemgus Girgensons for this Purple team. That'll be a fairly big blow.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only NHL player in the league, so might be the biggest blow on paper.
But here we go. DeMarsico will stand apart from Ramirez as puck is down on semifinal number 1. Ramirez wins it for Teal. They'll take their time. They enter the zone. Hits off the skate of Saginaw, and Purple takes it. DeMarsico tries to just fling it out the center. Misses his mark. Ramirez, he'll go over to Riley Edwards. Edwards enter the zone. Takes his time. Pass across, can't get it. Tip there is Ramirez. And feet of Stock stolen away though. Ramirez has to wait for Teal to enter the zone. He gets it to Saginaw. Saginaw into the middle, no one there. And Purple will take it. Stock moves it to DeMarsico as the two will play catch, but defense of Teal breaks it up for the moment. Stock gets it back. Gets run into there by Edwards as things getting physical early. This one moved up quickly by Teal. Here's Jack Edwards, captain of this Teal team. Has one across. Gets it across, but it goes wide past Fedorov. Edwards, turnaround shot blocked. Out to the point. Can't get a shot there as Rosensteel. He'll drop it here. Rosensteel back at the point. To Trevino. Playing with it along the blue line. Trevino all the way across, trying to find Edwards. Poked away, though, by Fedorov. Stock to take it for Purple, and he'll dump it out to center. Teal is in their game so far. Trevino in. Shot save made Fedorov. Wraps around to the point. Rosensteel. He'll go down low to find Quinn McKenzie. Back up top. Over to Rosensteel. In the middle. Tries to find McKenzie, and it's taken away by Purple. Purple now down one. Shot there is tipped by Teal and over the net. Trevino will pick it up again. 2 minutes gone in the first. Rosensteel. We'll lose this one as it gets sent back into the Teal zone. Back to get it there is Riley Edwards. Edwards passes that one to Rosensteel up the middle. Finds Carter Williams. Backhand shot save made Fedorov. And our first whistle of the game, 20:30 to go.
You know, the whole hockey world's been talking about how the future is Teal. And so far the 1 seed has proven them right. They are playing extremely well coming in. It's just a matter of connecting first. Purple, they got a good rush out of that, so they might be able to sneak one even though Teal so far looks complete.
Does look like on this big scoreboard we are going to have shots on goal for the first time all season. So something to keep an eye on if they actually keep up. Carter Williams walks into the slot. Shot, stick, save made by Fedorov and over the net. Saxon Robertson, he'll go behind the net. Finding his Sipple. Trying to move it up. Gets past all the Teal defense and into their own zone. George Ackland. He'll push this one forward. Purple gets it back and into the zone. Humphreys, his shot pass is blocked. It'll go to Sipple in the corner. Sipple met there by Edwards. Edwards finds Saginaw. Teal rushing up quickly. Saginaw down below. Can't get a shot off. Blocked behind the net. DeMarsico carries this one up. Has 4 Teal around him. Still able to keep possession. Moves it down to his brother, but broken up behind the net by Ramirez. Trevino will start the slow climb up for Teal. Taking his time, still with possession, sends it on net. Fedorov sends it to the corner. DeMarsico loops to grab this one. He'll carry in. Shot there, save made by Blackburn, his first of the night. Schooley will now enter mid-ice. Walks past Stock into the zone. Back to the point. Ramirez can't get a stick on it. And now Purple will turn up. Stock tried to send it in front. It's blocked there by Edwards, and Ramirez takes it back. And move it up to Quinn McKenzie, and now we've got a 2-on-2. McKenzie switches, pass across, can't find a teal stick, and purple will now move it. Behind the back pass, poked away by Ramirez, and now we've got a 3-on-1. McKenzie in, shot goes wide of Fedorov. And back behind here is Purple. Getting back is Edwards, but not in enough time. Purple will open the score. It'll be, looks like Humphreys, Christian Humphreys.
I guess the future may be purple after all.
Just a quick shot on the rush. And Purple takes a quick lead. Whitford. He'll move this one up. Mahler trying to get past Edwards. Edwards doing a great job pinning him away. As Teal gets it away. McKenzie. Pass across through a couple purple sticks. Just couldn't find a teal one on the back end. Moved over there by Edwards. We'll go up to McKenzie in the purple zone. Finds Trevino. Back to McKenzie. Down low, Rosensteel. Walks in, pass there. Can't find McKenzie. McKenzie tries to get to the point. He will. Rosensteel. Pass across. Back into the front. Can't get it over to Rosensteel, and Purple takes it back. Kanyan will take his time in circle. 16:20 to go in the first. Shots are listed as 4-2 in favor of Teal. As here comes Mario Smith. Smith's shot save made Blackburn. Trevino, he'll go up to Acklin. Acklin drops it here, pass back to him, can't find it. Already picked up by Robertson. He'll move it up to DeMarsico. Matt DeMarsico. Circling around, has Edwards on him. Purple still with possession. Scrum in the corner. It'll get poked behind. DeMarsico chasing after it. Acklin will beat him to it. It'll be poked out. Williams tries to send it up free, but it gets broken up. Carrying here is Edwards. He'll go down low. Pass in front, can't find the stick of number 13 in Teal. Edwards' shot goes wide of Fedorov. Edwards playing the body there. As we've got another scrum along the wall. Taking this game a lot more seriously than the first game, it seems.
Yeah, the aura is like, the vibe is actually different here.
DeMarsico pass across, dancing in, blocked by a Teal stick, and then Blackburn gets the second chance. Great play by Schooley in the back door to stop the pass across.
And a whole lot of poking at the net afterwards, trying to get it by Blackburn, but
it's a great effort by those two, Schooley and Blackburn, to keep this one goal apiece, or one goal in the game. Pass across there, another chance, save made Blackburn as he gets that one. Ramirez has one on him, passes this one to Schooley. Schooley loses it as Whitford behind the net. Tries to send out the center. He'll find DeMarsico. He'll move this one over to Humphreys. Humphreys tried to walk around, stopped by Blackburn with the toe. Mahler.
Great awareness by Blackburn to give away his senses that told him to go to the left and just notice, oh, no, that puck's trying to trickle in a bit.
Saginaw to Schooley. His pass will go over to Ramirez. Ramirez back to the point, Edwards. Down to Schooley in the middle. Ramirez, shot save made Fedorov. Stock will now lead the rush. Just Edwards as the rest of Purple changing, and a big hit thrown by Edwards on Stock. Purple able to get possession though, as that one will be dumped all the way back down, and we will have an icing. And that hit alone probably changed things from a little bit fun and some seriousness to this is probably going to get a lot serious.
Yeah, there's the lightning to bring some of that later thunder. Especially with Teal probably already frustrated by the fact that Purple so far has been outplaying them.
Edwards goes back to Rosensteel. Rosensteel loops around, sends it in front, tried to go for it there, but couldn't get a shot, was Edwards. Stock will carry it up. Shot gets deflected by a Teal stick and gloved by Blackburn for a whistle. 12:25 to go in the first. A little bit different on the scoreboard than our first game.
Yeah, so far both teams, these great performances out of the goalies. Even though Purple's in the lead, they've got Blackburned a few times.
This pass will go up, finding Rosensteel. Rosensteel goes all the way across, finds McKenzie. McKenzie walks the circle, back to Rosensteel. Purple doing a great job logging up that middle. McKenzie's shot hits something in front. Back to McKenzie. He'll circle around, goes down to Trevino. In front, tipped there by McKenzie, but stopped by Fedorov. And Purple will turn up ice again. Hickson finds Kanyan. He'll go behind the back. He's now with it. And sent in. Up in the air, McKenzie. Pressured by DeMarsico. He'll spin it back to Trevino as Teal regroups. Tried to go up the middle to Ackland, gets broken up by a Purple stick. And Purple now with it. DeMarsico. Pressured here, pass across, in on Blackburn, gets the toe on the overcommit. Shot there by DeMarsico goes wide. Ackland picks it up in the corner. Going to try and poke it out of the zone, gets beat to it by DeMarsico. McKenzie flips it here. Comes Teal entering the zone. Down low as we've got a whistle here for, I think they're going to call Teal for too many men.
Honestly, I didn't see. I saw the cheering and I saw those penalty.
Yeah, Purple was,
which I think looks like too many men.
yeah, it looks like they're going to call too many men, and taking a seat for Teal will be Jack Edwards, the captain. So now Teal's got to kill a penalty against a Purple squad that's kind of been hot as of recently. Kanyan enters the draw, opposed from Carter Williams. Or Williams is now shoot out. Back to the point. Louis Humphreys. He'll flip it down to Kanyan. Back up to Humphreys, back to Kanyan. Fans on it, picked up by Edwards, and he will take his time as he's pressured by DeMarsico. He'll try and clear it, but a little bit too fancy and not an easy clear. Kanyan. Down to up to DeMarsico, over to his brother DeMarsico. Across to Christian Humphreys. Down to Kanyan, 9 minutes to go in the period. Behind the back pass, intercepted by Edwards. And this time he will just rifle it down immediately.
Does that count as a shot on goal?
Maybe.
I think they added one.
It's up to the discretion of our board people. Humphreys, he'll go up to Kanyan. Shot to DeMarsico, save made by Blackburn. Saganook will take his time. Still 46 to go on the penalty. Saganook walking through all of Purple, ends up in the corner and will swipe it back all the way to Edwards to kill more time on the penalty. Edwards Shoot that one over the head of Schooley all the way down. Fedorov out to play it.
Actually hit off the referee's leg.
Kanyan now, quick up, 8 minutes to go in the period. 15 shot, Kanyan, he scores! Kanyan goes end to end, and Purple's got a 2-0 lead.
Like a man on a mission. He was not going to let anyone stop him there. And they'll let Teal go back to full strength.
Time basically expired anyway, so surprised they didn't wait until the whistle, but Ramirez will now cut in. Now down 2 is this Teal team. Pass goes all the way across to Trevino. Down low. Still circling, leaves it off for Saganuk, loses it, but bounces right to Trevino. And Teal will take it back. Ramirez bounces over his stick, and now Purple with possession. Carrying in is Humphreys. His pass broken up, and now Teal going to try and turn this into a 3-on-1 real quick. Ramirez. Shot! Scores! Dane Ramirez goes bar in and brings it back to a 1-goal game.
And there's a little oomph on that one, too. You can tell he put his emotion behind that ripper of a shot.
Teal do not want to be one and done in these playoffs. After winning last year, they got to try and get back into this one. Here comes Purple, quick up. Shot goes out of play from Humphreys. Teal wins this draw. Edwards will take his time. Give it off to McKenzie. McKenzie, he goes straight up the gut. Gets past 2. Shot there. Save made Fedorov. McKenzie picks up the rebound. Goes through Rosensteel. McKenzie's on a different gear right now. As he gets taken hard into the wall, though, by Humphreys, and they're not liking that from each other. Edwards pokes this one down to Rosensteel. In the middle, McKenzie waits, and stopped by Fedorov. As things are getting out of hand now. This feels like a playoff game.
Yeah. Even the fans are racking the boards.
We'll have to see if anything comes out of this, but it's the second big hit of the game, one on each team now. Now one on McKenzie, and one earlier on Stock.
And it looks like they are going to put some people away, unless he's just getting a little stern talking to.
Yeah, McKenzie's going to go. So is Hickson. Going to be a rough for each, as it looks like both teams confused on what the how many people, because you got Teal's out there with 4 and Purple was out there with 2 people on the ice. Would have been an interesting strategy, that's for sure.
Go 2v2?
But we will be 4-on-4 still.
Makes sense.
Edwards moves that one over. It's sent around by Jack Edwards. There's 2 Edwards. It took me this long to realize. DeMarsico. DeMarsico will wrap around, goes behind the back, gets met though by Ramirez. He'll move this one up to Rosensteel. Gets tipped on its way over to Jack Edwards. Dances around in. Jack Edwards, shot goes wide. This one goes behind the net, finds Jack Edwards, bounces over 6, sent in front. No one can get a shot off. That one gets past Rosensteel. Here comes purple. Mahler, pass across, can't get the shot off. Ramirez tried to move that one forward. Tempers are flaring. Fedorov turns it over, pass in front, goes wide on the wide open net. Couldn't get it in was Rosensteel. Shot on the other end is stopped by Blackburn and goes out of play. If Teal ends up falling in this one, that's one you gotta look back on as one that has to go in.
Yeah, that was a moment. I gotta catch my breath after some of this game.
2.5 to go in the first period. Faceoff is won by Teal. Trevino up to Acklin. Gets past. Pushed forward. Up in the air. As we're going to get a whistle here for tripping.
Ooh, some heavy frustration from Team Purple after that call.
As Teal's now going to go to the power play. Taking a seat will be Tommy Whitford.
How long are the ref hazards stuck in the box for?
I'm guessing it'll be... I have no idea. That's a good point.
I feel like they've been in there a while.
So Teal going to go to the power play here, down one with 1:40 to go in the first. They'll win the draw. It'll go back to Trevino. He'll pass this one down. Wrapping around, it'll go to Schooley. Back across, in front, shot, save made, and scores! Teal will tie it up. Carter Williams on the power play.
And a beautiful rebound. And Purple, I think that was Kanyan, had some physical words for them after that one still.
If you're Fedorov, you almost want that first one to go in because it would have been a kick.
Yeah.
And then the rebound goes right to him and he puts it in the back of the net. Teal still on the power play, 1:10 to go on that, 54 to go in the period. So will overlap, barring a Purple shorthanded goal. Moved around. Williams behind the net. Back to Rosensteel. Back over. Or Riley Edwards. Tried to go to Schooley, too far behind him. Now Humphreys is going to get on his horse. But met from behind by Schooley. And Riley Edwards can take it. 26 to go in the first. Edwards. He'll wrap behind the net. Back to Rosensteel. Try to go for a tip off the side of the net. 10 seconds to go. Fired down. Can Blackburn get enough? He will not get enough for a shot, as we are going to head to our intermission tied at 2. What a game so far.
This is just good hockey. This is a fun one to watch.
We'll be back in about 2 minutes for the second half. second period getting ready to begin, and what a game this has been. If you missed it, you've missed some great hockey.
Yeah, you might want to go rewind, genuinely. Great matchup so far, heated matchup, and two great goaltender performances throughout the first 23 minutes.
That one will be sent on net. 5 seconds to go on the power play for Teal. They're just probably going to let this one run, as McKenzie will carry this one up. He's out of the box as well as Hickson. In behind the net. Tried to send it in front. It's stopped by Fedorov, and he will hold for an early whistle.
Bit early to play this song.
Face off in front of Fedorov will be won by Purple and cleared out by Hickson. Back to get it, Jack Edwards. Up to Rosensteel.
I feel like that power play is exactly what Teal needed, because since that fight, they've been taking control in a way that Purple had their hand for most of that first half.
Down along the goal line. Pass across, can't make its way over to Edwards. Rosensteel down for McKenzie. Walking the line, stopped by Fedorov. Out, Rosensteel. Shot, save made again by Fedorov. Pass is turned over to Jack Edwards. He can't get it deep, but Riley Edwards is able to get it at the point and move it over to Jack Edwards. Fedorov without a stick shot off the post. Stacking the pads at the time was Fedorov. Still no stick. Eventually does pick it up. Rosensteel tried to walk through, broken up by Humphreys. Kept in the line though. Moved down. Rosensteel back to the point. Shot by Edwards over the net. Puck is bouncing and ends up in front of the net, eventually picked wide. Rosensteel. He'll leave it for Edwards. Riley Edwards walking in. Pass across, broken up. Still in front of the goal line and eventually covered by Fedorov, as that one was some great possession for Teal.
I think Fedorov got a bit lucky. First, someone got hit after the play there. But I think Fedorov got a bit lucky. It looked like the puck was sneaking right past him for a second. Without noticing, his foot just kind of kicked it away and, pinned to the boards, kept it out, pinned to the post. And I think Fedorov might have just cross-checked somebody after the whistle there.
Face off in front of him to the left now. Ramirez wins it back. Saganuk. He'll go down to Ramirez. All the way to Trevino. Trevino waits down to Schooley. Between his own legs. Chip there. Back for Schooley. He scores! Brennan Schooley. 3 unanswered for Teal. And they take their first lead of the game.
Yeah, Fedorov just got scolded there.
Teal gets their third unanswered. Schooley will dump that one back in. Back to get his Mahler. Moves it up the wall, gets poked past Ramirez. Here's DeMarsico. Passes this one. In, shot, save made, rebound is loose, and in the back of the net, Purple answers right back. It's Matt DeMarsico, and it's 3-3.
Well, he's made a home, that little spot in front of the net, grabbing some rebounds for Penn State, him alongside J.J. Wibush. Kind of shared that spot over the last couple of years, and that time, bit of Ovechkin as he gets pulled down, taking that rebound shot.
A little bit different from that first period where it was goals a few. It seems like it's going to be goals aplenty in this second period.
The classic DeMarsico Ovechkin.
Edwards' shot is tipped and goes over the net.
If I had a nickel for every time I've said that on the broadcast, I've had 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that I've done it twice.
Whitbird will find DeMarsico, the most recent goal scorer. He'll carry in. Sends it across. Waits, save made Blackburn. Edwards gets it out of the crease, but right back to a purple stick. Saganuk finds the loose puck, trying to clear it out the center. He'll bounce it off the wall. Goes past Schooley and sent back in by Purple. Edwards. He'll take his time, tries to dance through, gets met, and Purple will carry up 2-on-1. Humphreys with DeMarsico. And across, won't go. As now, here comes Teal. Ramirez. Ramirez waits, it's blocked by Smith. Turned over though, here's Edwards. Through the legs, finds Ramirez, shot save made, rebound goes 5-hole and in. George Ackland gets the lead back for Teal.
Yeah, there's nothing Federal could really do there. I looked at the puck was behind him before it even got off of his pads. And Teal flying high in the second half.
Just right place, right time for George Ackland. He has the puck now. Going through bodies, gets taken down. Puck makes its way to Teal. Stott, save made by Fedorov on the shot by Williams.
And some more confrontation after the fact. Oh, not as bad as what we saw in last year's semifinal.
That was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago?
Yes.
God, I'm old.
Ackland will enter the draw opposed Kanyan. It'll be won by Teal. Back to Trevino. He'll just area dump it in the corner. Ackland to pick it up. Ackland moving up the wall. Switches with number 13. Shot goes wide. Trevino jumps down to get it. Goes past him. And Purple will move it up. We got a 2-on-1. Kanyan and Humphreys. Kanyan waits. As too many bodies in the lane, it gets blocked. Goes out to Humphreys. Backhand shot goes into the netting. And stopped. Great back check by Teal.
In number 13 on Teal, I don't see a name next to that number.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
But he came running in like an absolute demon to break up that 2-on-1 opportunity.
Although looking again, I do think 13 is Riley Edwards, and I've been mispronouncing, and I think 14 is Cal Huston. But here comes Teal, 3-on-1. Pass across, gets broken up.
Kyle Hudson sounds like we have Cole Hudson at home.
Here's McKenzie. McKenzie walking in. Gets past one and walks it in as he walks past Fedorov, and Teal takes a 2-goal lead.
I got to be honest, I thought there was a bit of an interference in there on that block out in front of the net. But what do I know? I'm not wearing stripes. Am I? No, I'm not wearing stripes. Teal, the first multi-goal lead of the game?
Purple was winning 2-0.
Okay, I thought that.
Their first multi-goal lead.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Bit of a Freudian slip, you know.
Stock now. They've got to try and climb back into this one. Moves this one over to Mahler. Poked away by Huston. Taken away now, Huston Wissett. Huston across. Shot, save made on Jack Edwards. This one go to Purple. McKenzie trying to bat that one. Still with it. Purple will take their time up the middle, blocked there by Rosensteel. He'll come in and get it, but offsides as that one barely crosses. Just under 14 minutes to go in the second. 5-3 Teal leads, and a 23-15 advantage in shots as well for Teal.
Yeah, it's interesting. The script has completely flipped for Team Purple. They looked really good at the very start of this game, and since then they just haven't been able to get that work back. Teal looking like a unit.
Sipple moving in as we've got penalty coming up. It'll be a hold on Cal Hudson. So Purple will take their first power play. No, their second power play. They had one earlier. Huston will take his seat. Purple 0 for 1 on this power play. Kanyan does not want to enter the draws. He wanted on the other side.
Noted center Matt DeMarsico.
Will lose that draw as that one swung out by Trevino. Kept in at the line by Humphreys. McKenzie was behind him. Here's Kanyan. Shot over the net. Humphreys with it. He'll go down low. Humphreys across. DeMarsico. Glove save made by Blackburn.
DeMarsico just got burned by Blackburn. An absolute robbery of a glove save. And he is starstruck standing there in front of the FedEx logo.
What a save to keep this a 2-goal game. Humphreys goes across to Humphreys, down to Kanyan. Walking the line, tried to pick a corner, stopped by Blackburn. And he will get a generous whistle as the puck was loose behind the net. Just under 12 to go, just under 1 to go in the power play. Trevino will take it and immediately swing that one the length of the ice. Fedorov leaves it for Humphreys. Humphreys will go out wide. Cuts back in front. Try to go between the legs, and he does. Christian Humphreys on the power play, and it's 5-4 now.
Well, when the plays aren't going your way, you gotta get a bit creative, and Humphreys did just that. Both small, nitsy moves, and he finally got one by Blackburn for the first time in a while.
Teal now have to kill another 8 seconds. Trevino, he'll move it up to Ramirez. 1-on-1 now as the penalty expires. Shot saved by Fedorov. Hudson set free.
Nearly the most anticlimactic jailbreak of all time.
Kanyan now quickly moves this one up to Humphreys. Humphreys drops this one here. That one's blocked. Shot there, scores! DeMarsico ties the game back up at 5. And this game is sure not over. It's going to go down to the last whistle.
Basically, we got a 10-minute game.
Just after the penalty expires, Humphreys, or DeMarsico, gets back for the one that Blackburn robbed of his.
I guess it's his property if he got robbed.
Carrying up his mauler now. Can't get past Acklin as it's dumped in. Back to pick it up, Sipple. He'll move it over the net. Over. Down behind, goes wide. Moved up there by Edwards, goes past Schooley. He's going to race after it, but Mahler will beat him to it. Sent up. Here comes Purple, a little bit too far in front. Hudson will be able to get there for Teal. Moved over to Riley Edwards. He'll carry it up. Shot from distance. Stopped by Fedorov. Pass up. Finds DeMarsico. Poked away, though, by Jack Edwards. Back to get it Purple. Turned over to Acklin. Acklin sent in front. Can't get it lifted. In front was Carter Williams. Stock able to get it back to his defenseman in Lucas Hickson. Over to Rosensteel. Go find Jack Edwards. Jack Edwards pressured here by Stock. Sends it behind. Williams. Up to Rosensteel. He finds Trevino. Flipped it back to him. Shot from distance over the net. Bounces back in front. Couldn't find the back of the net, though, was Williams.
Yeah, baseball attempt there.
Stock gets it poked away from him. Here's Jack Edwards. He'll carry it into the zone. Gets taken down to no call. This one's going to be pinned along the wall by Mario Smith. Edwards gets it back to the point. Rosensteel shot tipped and saved by Fedorov.
Fedorov's been on his toes for the last few minutes. First, making that baseball save. Luckily for him, the swing came in more like a Jared Triolo swing than an actual baseball swing. And then right there, it's making that nifty glove save. Yes, that was solely just to make fun of Jared Triolo.
7:40 to go in the game.
I could see Caden laughing unsurprised.
Purple will win this draw back. That one moved up the wall, hits a stick on the bench, and we will go again from the same faceoff dot. Rosensteel and Kanyan in the draw. Kanyan will win this one over to the wall. Mahler. Quick up, finds DeMarsico. Hudson gets back and breaks it up. Saginaw now with it. Moves it up to Rosensteel. Rosensteel spins off Mahler. Puck is bouncing around, trying to get there Saginaw. It will eventually get pushed to him. He'll go behind the net. Purple in a bunch right now. Back to the point. Rosensteel finds McKenzie. Waits. Save made. But able to keep it in as Rosensteel. He'll dump it behind the net to find Saginaw. Saginaw finds McKenzie in the middle. Poked away by a bunch of sticks of Purple. Quick up. Saginaw can't get it through the legs of Kanyan. Purple's going to slow down the game now. Teal likes the fast pace. Purple in the zone. Pass there, broken up McKenzie. McKenzie just pushes it forward to Schooley. We've got a penalty upcoming. Schooley's shot goes wide. As unhappy with the call, as he's going to get tossed instead. It's going to be number 7 who we do not have.
And he's going to get himself an earful. Whoa. Well, that just happened.
And yeah, going to get himself tossed. And that is not what Purple wanted at this juncture.
Did you see what happened in the calls?
I believe the penalty was the hit at the boards that basically threw McKenzie over his own bench. As Teal's going to call a timeout here to kind of figure out the situation, what do they need to do. 5 minutes left in the game, in the tie game, and they're going to have a power play for it.
Quick nap. Never hurt anybody. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Quick little timeout here. Teal already ready to head back in the circle. It'll just be 2 minutes on the big board. As we get ready here, Teal looking to get back in this game, or take the lead. Huston, he'll move it back to McKenzie. Back to Huston, all the way across. Rosensteel tipped and blocked. Ramirez is kept in at the line. Rosensteel walking in. Pass across, won't find no one. This one moved around. Purple unable to get it out. Ramirez over to Hudson. Shot, it's blocked. And purple will carry it out to Marsico. Marsico with multiple on him. Walks past 2. And backhand save made by Blackburn. Rosensteel up to McKenzie. McKenzie drops it here for Hudson. Rosensteel waits, drops it for McKenzie. Fires, it's blocked by Kanyan. Rosensteel. Down one more time, McKenzie all the way across. Find Hudson. His pass is broken up Kanyan and dumped down the ice. 40 seconds to go on the power play. 4 minutes to go in the game. Hudson finds McKenzie. Drops it to Schooley. His shot goes wide of the net. Riley Edwards over to McKenzie. Taking his time. Shot save made by Fedorov. Puck bounces out in front of the net and cleared the length of the ice. That will kill the rest of this penalty. Trevino up to Acklin. Dances past a couple. Still moving in. George Acklin. Backhand shot goes wide. Edwards at the wall. Gets pocket picked, and now here comes DeMarsico. Trying to get back. Trevino. Pass across. Scores! Finds the back of the net. It's Tyler Sipple. And Purple takes the lead with exactly 3 minutes to go as time stops.
Woo! That's all you can really say after this game. Purple's got a big contingent watching from the exit, I guess. I think it's Carter Shea down there. Not suited up today, but watching alongside a few others.
Purple wins the draw and will take their time for sure. Humphreys. Pass across. Finds one and they put it in again! Michael DeMarsico catches Blackburn going the wrong way and taps it in. It's 7-5 now, Purple.
And Purple chose the right time to get some luck on their side. It's going to be real tough for Teal to try and claw back.
With the stoppage clock, though, anything can happen. You got 2 minutes and 48 seconds of hockey. Hudson will move it to McKenzie. McKenzie drops it back. Jack Edwards down to McKenzie in his feet. Goalie is pulled. Shot there, save made Fedorov on Jack Edwards, as we'll have 5-on-4 hockey for either the rest of this game or unless Teal can score twice.
And now Purple wants to see Mike DeMarsico. Looks like he struggled a little bit getting off the ice there. Bit sore getting late in this game, so.
Rosensteel gets past one, walks down low, gets it to McKenzie. Shot in front, stopped by Fedorov, sent towards the empty net, but picked up by Hudson. Hudson will bounce this one off the glass. It'll be an icing, but coming out to play it Fedorov. 2 minutes to go. Hudson goes to Rosensteel, and they'll switch back. McKenzie. Down low. Rosensteel back to McKenzie. McKenzie walks down low. Sent in front, sticked away by Fedorov. DeMarsico. Can't get it all the way down. Hudson. 1.5 to go. McKenzie. Jack Edwards. Shot tipped wide. McKenzie pinched along the wall. Able to get it out though. Send it behind the net. Finds Williams. Pushed around behind. Purple definitely willing to just hold this one along the wall. Almost all of Teal behind the net. Jack Edwards moves it in front. Williams.
Just
One
minute
more
left.
chance. In front, fans on it, and the net comes off. 53 seconds to go. Teal needed that one.
And I don't think Purple's going to complain at all about that little shot in the arm of luck.
$53 seconds to go. 5-on-4 remains. McKenzie wins it. Hudson. Back to Rosensteel. They got to get one quick. Hudson down to Rosensteel. Shot blockered away by Fedorov. Moved up the wall but kept in Hudson. Down to McKenzie. Rosensteel now. Back to Hudson. Can't find a lane. Back to Rosensteel. One more time. Finds Saganook now. Pass across. McKenzie waits. Just misses wide. 24.
Smart shot. They're getting the elevation, but the aim just was not right.
Saganook finds Hudson. They got to get a shot quick because they need two. And Purple's going to take it, send it down the length of the ice. It'll be an icing, but 8 seconds, and they need 2 goals. Don't want to put my chickens before they hatch, but I think this one might be an upset.
You know, some chicken would be amazing right now.
Purple wins the draw again, slams that one down, not far enough for icing. And Purple exercises the demons of last year. They get upset last year. They upset the number 1 seed this year.
Well, I guess the future is Purple after all. That, you know, when the eventual Best of Goat League DVD comes out, I think it'd be hard pressed to not have this game on there. That was an absolute classic.
Oh, this was one of the best games.
You had the perfect level of heatedness where it wasn't too extreme. The pressure was there the whole time, back and forth, 2 great teams. I gotta see if our main event can top it.
Yeah. We were talking intermission that this probably should have been your main event. But we'll have to see how that game goes. But Purple, for the second time, will make their way to the Cranberry Cup Finals. They will face the winner. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for our main event. It'll be the 2-seed Team Black taking on the 3-seed Team White. I don't know how we can top our last game, but we're going to try. It's the second semifinal of the night. It's the 2-seed Black taking on the 3-seed White. As I don't know how we're going to top last game.
Yeah, for the sake of announcer's jinx, I'm just going to say that there's no possible way that we can top last game. Gonna put that in the ether. Do what you want with it, universe. Hockey gods. Maybe pull Steve Dangle and talk down to the hockey demons when you need to. It worked for him when he tried it. Not that I condone those actions, but...
So it does look like we're going to get starting lineups in National Anthem once again.
Woohoo!
Penultimate game of the 2026 season. It's the second semifinal of two. As we get ready for the final game of the evening, it's Black taking on White. Chase Hale and Jeff Kreidler man the nets as we get ready for the final game of the night.
Nothing more I'd rather be watching at 8 o'clock prime time.
Black will carry it in right off the draw. Pass across. They score! Just 10 seconds in, and it's a 1-goal lead for Black. It's Sean Miller, 1-0.
Wow. That's one way to start it off, I guess.
Just 10 seconds in, and it's already a 1-0 game. White changing up the lines, trying to get some momentum brewing, but Black has yet to let White touch the puck. Sean Miller pokes it over to Kamzik, and that one gets blocked. Kept in at the line by Ondo. Stumped down. He'll move it across, all alone, walking, dances around Kreidler, trying to bounce it off his back. Goes back to Miller. In the middle finds Ondos. Back again to Miller. Sean Miller walks down, save made, rebound in front, shot wide by Lashin. Sent in front, tipped wide again. Black with already 3 shots in this game sent in front, as that one will be covered by Kreidler, as he definitely wants a whistle. It's been all in his face so far.
Yeah, he's getting a big flurry of ice throughout that first 2 minutes of the game. Black starting off angry after that loss they took last week.
Yeah, they coming in off a loss to Teal. White comes in off a win versus Red. As that one bounces off a stick, and now all alone it's Sean O'Donnell in off the crossbar. They're going to count the goal. Crossbar down. I thought it went out.
I thought it went in for. I thought it was in there right behind that bar. The Zebras agree, which means I might be wrong.
But it's a 1-1 game. Sean O'Donnell ties it, and we're not even 3 minutes into the game.
And first shot goal for both teams. It's the exact opposite of what we saw last game.
Pressuring here is Blake Arrow-Smith. Loose puck. It'll go out to O'Donnell. 2-on-1. O'Donnell waits, sends it on net. Hale will cover. And we have a whistle. 20:30 to go in the first. Seems like we've already gone through half the game already, and it's only been 2 minutes.
I mean, last game, this was a score halfway through the first period, first half, whatever it is in this league.
Off the draw, it'll go back to the point. Dumped in by Valentine. Picked up here. And moved out.
My yearly reminder that we do 23-minute halves in honor of noted GOAT Scott Wilson.
Carrying in for White. Backhand won't go. Sent towards the middle, goes off the stick of O'Donnell. And dumped back in deep. Back to get it number 33 for White. He'll crisscross with Valentine. Sent towards the net. Past the stick of Valentine and stopped by Hale. Valentine with it again. He'll move it down. Bounces up in the air to be picked up here by Dibble. He'll go behind the net and start the rush up for Black. Poked off his stick there by Ondos and offsides. With it now is Callender. He'll go up the middle, gets broken up though by Black. Here's Caden Harvey. Harvey to carry in. Tries to dance past a couple, gets poked off sticks, and Black will take it back. Kamzik. And pass across is deflected away. But Kamzik able to pick it back up, sends it right in front. Pass across, goes through the legs and wide of Callender. Here comes White, pass across here. Back in front, trying to tuck it past Hale, won't go. Down in the corner, Callender. Pressured up here by Wise, and Kamzik will take it away. He'll go for the quick up. Here's Caden Harvey. Shot save made by Kreidler. And he'll hold. Miller will enter the draw for Black, the goal scorer for them. Back around Kiesel. He'll move it up to Simcoe. Bounces off his stick. As now that'll be an icing call.
At 17:38 on the clock. Sorry, they just played Soulja Boy, so my mind is on crappy rap music. We just lost a viewer. Was somebody that offended over the Soulja Boy joke?
Off the draw. Picking it up here is Blyer. He'll try and move it up the wall. Goes past Simcoe. And will not be an icing this time. Lashin. He'll dump this one up. Miller drops it here for Kamzik. Kamzik puts on the brakes. Gives it off to his defenseman in Lashin. Lashin behind the net. Tried to go out to the point. No one was there, and it'll go all the way down for Chase Hale. He'll leave it here for Miller. Miller pressured hard here by Shaver. Now leave it for Blyer. Blyer trying to dance through the middle. Able to enter the white zone. Circling around with it now is Lashin down in front. Into the middle, try to find Kamzik. Bounces off his stick. Kamzik can't keep it in. Now here comes White. Aaron Blyer gives it off to Shaver. Shaver gets it low for Simcoe, and they play catch with it. Shaver now behind the net. Goes for the wraparound and scores! Tyler Shaver takes the lead for White. And their first lead of the night.
I didn't even see how that was like physically possible, but got some elevation on that as well. Beauty.
Tried to be pushed forward there. Couldn't get past the defender in White. Valentine tried to go quick up for O'Donnell. He's able to swing past the hit. O'Donnell will go across. Ondos back across. O'Donnell slap pass almost deflected in by a Black skate. In the middle, Ondos back across, too far in front of the stick of O'Donnell. Ondos will go back to the point to Valentine. Pass across here, goes past the stick of Ondos. O'Donnell will just go for an area pass. Finding it Ondos, dancing in the middle, walking across, can't get a shot off. That one will go into the netting, and we do have a penalty upcoming for a hook.
Bad news is number 33 is very unhappy in that penalty box, but the good news is they've already called off 15 seconds of that power play without even doing anything.
Off the draw to be moved forward. Now Black with a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Wise dancing in. He scores! Bode Wise finds the back of the net, and Black has tied it shorthanded and will kill their own penalty.
That was the shortest penalty of all time.
So back to full strength. White loses out on the power play. Wise. Now Black's got a little juice under them. Here comes Kamzik. Can't keep a handle on it. Able to get it back though. Kamzik dumps it down low. Finding Reese Medved. Back to the point. Harvey walking around. Down low finds Wise. Wise across, goes for a tip in front. Medved still with it. Turns, shoots, he scores! Absolute ripper, and Black takes back the lead.
That shot was almost as big as his jersey.
Black gets the lead back just like that. Now up 3-2, 12:35 to go. Wise will move it up to Kamzik. Kamzik in the middle, finds Caden Harvey. Harvey across, shot save made by Kreidler. Looking for his second. White on the turn, here's Simcoe. Simcoe down low, high shot save made Hale. Simcoe gets it back, sends it in the middle. Has to be broken up by Shaver. By Kiesel. Simcoe. Pass across, scores! Tyler Shaver. As we're going to get a boatload of goals tonight.
Yeah, well, now that you said that, we're going to end the game tied 3-3. But the old cross crease pass, the easiest play in Chell.
Tyler Shaver gets his second of the night. As it is now 3-3, Simcoe pushes that one past, or it's poked away there by Lashin. Simcoe gets it back, sends it in front, no one there in white. Lashin moves that one up, able to knock a stick out of White hand. Carrying up is Ferrantino. Shot there, goes wide, over to Miller. Miller down low. Ferrantino back up to the point to Lashin. Lashin's shot from distance is gloved and held.
Notice how the goalies start playing really well after you make a comment about a lot of scoring?
Yep.
I think you're just a curse, dude.
Maybe. Ferrantino to enter the draw for Black. He'll win it to the wall. Sent all the way across. Circling now is Pape. Sent in front, no go. Pape, he'll move it over. Shot goes wide. It goes all the way down to Hale. Moves it up. Here's Miller. Miller, pass across. Can't get the shot. Down around, Miller. Pass across, save made by Kreidler. Pushed around. Turned over, here comes O'Donnell for White. 2-on-1, pass across, in, save made, rebound is loose and in the back of the net.
And Hale, I don't know if he thought the puck was under him or he blitzed out for a second there. Just he got frozen on the ice.
But a 4-3 lead now for White. As this is going back and forth. Off the draw, pushing up forward is Harvey with speed, carrying in off the post. Almost cuts all the way down. Harvey gets it all the way across. Can't find the stick, though, of Dibble. Dibble will go back to the point. Aerosmith, he goes down. Bounces off of Harvey's stick. Harvey now. He'll go straight up the gut. Shot off the post again. Aerosmith forced to go back into his own zone as he's pressured here by two White bodies. Able to get it away to a teammate, though. Here's Harvey. Harvey in. Shot is tipped and goes into the netting for a save. For a whistle. I do believe I had the name wrong for the other 33. the one that scored. I said it was Reese Medved. It is actually Cody Moyer. And he got the 3rd goal for Black. As opposed to the number 33 wearing red, which is Blake Aerosmith.
How many jokes can I make about that last name?
Simcoe will carry in, breaks up the 3-on-2 on the back end. It was there, Cody Moyer. This one's sent around, kept in at the line though. Blyer sent in the middle, bounces over the stick though, Brady Wilson. Sent around, passes tipped away by Moyer. He'll drop it back for Wilson. Wilson pressured, he'll drop it to Shaver now. Shaver's shot from distance is gobbled by Hale for a whistle. 7:10 to go in the first period.
Gobbled.
Sounds like someone's hungry over there.
A little bit. Not a big turkey guy, though.
White wins the draw. Back at the point, Wilson trying to get it in deep. Black will turn it around the other way. Here's Caden Harvey. Pass this one to Miller. Miller down to Harvey. Off angle. Tried to find Ferentino. Couldn't get it to him. Puck stays in the zone. Ferentino will instead take it out himself. As poked away from him, carrying in is Harvey. Harvey drops it to Miller. In the middle, Ferentino waits. Pickpocketed by Simcoe. 2-on-1 for White now. Simcoe in, shot, save made Hale as he gets it over the diving Lashin.
Yeah, Hale, ever since he made that mistake of letting his guard down for a second, you can tell he's been on edge in a good way. Keeping the focus on that puck at all times now.
Shots are now 11-10 in favor of Black. Push forward off the draw. Aerosmith can't keep it. It'll go back to White. Carrying in, O'Donnell. Poked off his stick for the moment. Getting it back is White. Behind the net, O'Donnell loses it. Sent up the wall by Dibble. Mowry. His pass is broken up. Here's O'Donnell. Bounces away from him. Kamzik. Up the wall. 2-on-1. Tried to go across to Aerosmith. Couldn't get the pass across.
Aerosmith just couldn't quite walk this way. Get that puck.
He'll wrap it around. Mowry with it now. Kamzik into the white zone, leaves it off, backhand shot, scores! Back to the net, and Black ties this one up. Believe that was Kamzik?
Honestly, I got lost there for a second. 3 guys. Don't think it was Aerosmith. He can dream on about a second. Go. Okay, I'll stop. I got my 2 out of the way.
You can genuinely tell with the red pants.
Yeah. Once he scores, though, there'll be some sweet emotions for him. Okay, now I'm done.
Harvey trying to move up the wall. He gets met by Callender. Turns it over, but turned right back over there by Moyer. Moyer finds Wise. Wise drops it here. Harvey carrying in. Goes for the tip in front just past Valentine. Moyer down low. Off angle shot by Harvey goes wide. Back to the point. Wise moves it over to the wall. Harvey dances past a couple as the puck makes its way out to center. It'll be Dibble that gets the goal. Moyer turned over. Here comes White. Carrying up his Pearsall. Into the middle, all alone, dangles and scores! Noah Callender gives White back the lead right after they lost it.
And once again, Hale goes down and gets caught in his weakness. He just wasn't able to get back up. Dangled off of his feet.
Just under 3 minutes to go in the first. White retakes the lead. As a bad break off the draw, Ferentino will take it off a White stick. Miller, he'll drop it here for Lashin. He gets pressured by Shaver, moves it up the middle, right to Simcoe though, and White. But his pass finds no one, and Black will get it right back. Up to Miller, he'll walk the line, gives it off to Ferentino. His shot save made, rebound in front, goes wide by Miller. Ferentino back to the point, Lashin tries to go back to Ferentino, ends up behind the net, where White can regroup. Kamzik trying to pressure in, he'll poke it all the way out to Simcoe. White's going to have a 2-on-1, trying to get back as Kamzik. Pass across, just wide by Valentine. Kamzik fumbles with the puck, could have had a 2-on-1 the other way, now a 3-on-1 for White. Simcoe walking off the mask of Hale. Just able to pop up and get his head on it. Simcoe. Again, that one off the post. Here's Kamzik, walks past one, up to Ferentino, kicks it back to Kamzik. Drops it here for Sean Miller, all the way across past Ferentino. They'll go over to Miller, Black gonna change. Drops it for Ferentino. Pass there, goes off a stick and into the netting. As we reach the 1 minute mark in the first period. Off the draw, won by Black. Aerosmith swings it around behind the net. Finding it is Dibble. Dibble back to Aerosmith. Shot from distance, blocked by his own man in Harvey. Harvey walk in the middle. Shot gets tipped and goes over the net. 30 seconds to go. Black trying to tie it. White trying to increase their lead. Here comes O'Donnell. 3-on-2. Drops it here. Cooney. Cooney playing with it, ends up losing it to Mowry. Black trying to get one last chance here with under 10 seconds to go. Pushed out Mowry, he can't find his man in Harvey, and O'Donnell will elect to kill the rest of this clock. 5-4 is the score as we head to our very short intermission. We'll be back for the second. Second period about to begin. White has the lead. They have the puck. Entering the zone. Pass across. Finds no one. Pack at the point. Shot there. Save made. Rebound not available. Hale made sure of that one. A very different first to our first semifinal, but still a pretty good game.
Yeah, I mean, we thought we couldn't get anywhere close. So far, they're there. Can they keep it up? I'm going to say no for the sake of putting it out to the universe. You know, the announcer jinx. Hockey gods, hockey demons, do as you wish.
White off the draw. That'll get sent around. Harvey in the perfect spot to be able to pick that one up. He'll find Sean Miller. Miller dancing in. Shot save made off the backhand. Kamzik able to work some magic, get that puck back. Lashin drops it for Kamzik. He'll put on the Jets, try and cut in. It goes into the crease. Shot there goes off of Kreidler. And back it'll go. Carrying up is Cooney. Cooney gets it poked away by Miller. Here comes Black, 3-on-2. Pearsall. Kamzik. Shot blocked away by White. Callender will take his time. Now moves it up to Kiesel. Tries to find Benziano. Goes past him. And Black will regain possession. 21:15 to go. Miller tries to go up for Moyer. Goes past him. And instead it'll be covered by Kreidler instead of an icing. Ferrantino enters the draw for Black. He'll lose that one to Venziano. Callender. He'll move it up for White. Met from behind by Ferrantino. Alexa just dump it in. And moving it up quickly. Here comes Black. All alone. Pape! Save made by Kreidler. Tried to go back in the middle to find Ferrantino. It's poked away, and now here comes Callender. White with a break. Tried to go back pass. Too far back. Moyer moves it back up to Pepe. In the middle, tries to go back to Moyer. Bounces off his stick. Moyer finds the loose puck. Goes back to the point. Bounces off sticks. Carrying in. Bounces out to Moyer. Back to Aerosmith. His shot. He scores! Blake Aerosmith, his second of the night, and Black has tied it again.
You know, I'm running out of Aerosmith jokes to make. I can't think of any songs on this list of the Spotify top 10 here that I can make something out of. But, I mean, that shot was amazing if we want to go with the low-hanging fruit.
Back to 5-5 now. Shaver looking to break that for White. Carrying in. Almost walked past Hale. Gets met from behind. Kept in again, though, by White. Passes across. Simcoe. Gets past Aerosmith. His shot goes wide. Back to Valentine. He'll go down to Simcoe. Simcoe in the middle. Goes off a skate. Now here comes Black. Kamzik gives it to Aerosmith. Back pass. Shot, scores! Kreidler never saw it coming, and Isaac Dibble gets his second of the night, and Black puts up back-to-back.
And they're back in the lead after that one. Simcoe looks like he was trying to chase it down, but he seemed a bit uncomfortable after that puck to the skate, maybe a little bit higher on him, because he was shaking up for a second, couldn't quite get there, and gave Black the opportunity to make some moves.
White now, they've got to slow this down, not let Black get on a roll. That's not how you do it. 3-on-1 for Black. Pass across, that one won't find Ferrantino. Ferrantino pressure, now here comes White, 2-on-0. O'Donnell from a knee. Can't get it, maybe should have passed that one. Sent in front, goes off the back of the net. Multiple chances there for White. Cooney fans on it. Now here comes Black again. Harvey, shot, save, made with the toe. Ferrantino misses wide. Kreidler saving the game right there. Ondos carries in for White, walks in, sticks, save made by Hale. And out the center it will go. Kiesel. He'll move it to Calendar now. Here comes White 3-on-2. Calendar waits. Goes off the back of his skate and fans on the next chance. Moyer moves it forward. Kamzik across. Shots! Shoulder save made. That one definitely hit the netting, but no whistle. Back to the point. Kamzik. In. Shot goes wide. Down low. Back to Moyer. His shot won't go. Scrum. Along the wall. Now with it Moyer. Moyer has to wait. He'll go in the middle to find Kamzik. Kamzik carries in. He'll go behind the net. Out in front. Shot save made by Kreidler. Black's been peppering Kreidler with shots. That one goes off the wall. Trying to get it in his Pape. In his feet still. And eventually taking it as Moyer. He'll go to Pape. But fans on the pass and White will take it right back. Valentine. Quick up to Pearsall. Taken away. Dibble. Tried to pass it across. Almost got it back. But White able to take it back. Veneziano. Tried to dance past. Ends up just poking it around to find Aerosmith. Aerosmith off the wall. Turned over in a bad way. Simcoe can't get anything with it. Dibble able to get back. Harvey. He'll move forward. Poked off, sent across. Won't go. In feet. Dibble. He'll send it down. Eventually it will go to Harvey. Across. Tipped by Aerosmith and just wide. Moved back in by Miller. He has Mowry. Mowry leaves it for Harvey. Harvey behind the net. Goes all the way around to Mowry at the point. Black able to get almost a full sail change here. In zone. Ferrantino will elect to go back to center. Gives it to Mowry. Back to Ferrantino. He'll go all the way across ice. Finds Harvey. His shot is blocked. And will go behind the net. Blair. Dances past Miller, and now here he comes for White. Aaron Blair. Pass across is blocked by a sprawling defenseman. Able to get there was Lashin. Now Miller across, save made, rebound in the crease, and cleared out of danger by White. Simcoe able to get past Ferrantino, all alone, in, blocked in front. Lashin gets in front of it. Miller leaves it here. Shot Ferrantino goes wide. Miller goes up in the air. Cooney will come out for it. And White will take their time and circle around. Simcoe to Shaver. He'll dump it down. Their Wise will have it for Black. He'll go forward to Pape. And in the middle, through the legs. Backhand shot, save made by Kreidler, and he'll hold it. What a shift for Leo Lashin.
Yeah, the old hand block. Never get too much of those.
And he was the one who slid down on his belly. Got it with the stick as well. What a shift. Off the draw, White will have it. Up to Dylan Cooney. Gets it poked away. Now here comes Black into the zone. Over to Moyer. His tip is stopped by Kreidler. Cooney will go quickly up. Finds Kiesel. Now to O'Donnell. O'Donnell pressure here by Wise. It'll get pushed in the corner to be picked up by Pepe. And now Wise with it. Taking his time. They have a lead. They can kill time.
What did time ever do to them?
Here's Moyer. He'll go cross ice. Past Pape. Down in front. Moyer's shot. No call. It will be a save for Kreidler. Shots are now 24-13 in favor of Black. Black's really turned it on this second half.
Yeah, it's gone from that tight game to a bit lopsided, but
not in the score, that's for sure. Mowry, he'll go down to find Aerosmith. Waits, tried to get the pass across. Perfect read there by Veneziano. Poked away at the line. Now here comes Black. Dibble. Across, just a little bit too far in front of Harvey. Harvey will get it in the corner. Wrap around. Lots of speed on him right now. Harvey can't keep it into the line, and it'll go out to center. 11 minutes to go in the second semifinal. Push forward to Dibble. Dibble in the middle. Aerosmith's shot won't go. Moving up Veneziano. He'll go off the wall. Calendar. In. Shot blocked. Aerosmith now trying to spring Harvey free. Goes past him. Right, but Kreidler's pass will go straight to Mowry, and Black have possession again. Pass across. Down in front. Couldn't find a stick. Down, Pearson will grab it. We move it up to Wise. Wise goes all the way up to Caden Harvey. Harvey takes his time, wait for Miller off the bench. Down low, Ferrantino. Back up, Miller, shot! Squeezes through but didn't get in. Ref had a better eyesight than we did, because
yeah, I thought
that had to hit off the side and then off the elbow as he's pinching his arm. Now in, save made Kreidler. Gets past Miller. Carrying up now is Blyer. He gets met by fellow number 10. Keeps the puck for the moment. Kamzik eventually pinches it off of him. Kamzik. Area pass. Finds Miller in front. They score! Ferrantino finds the back of the net. The third man in. Shocks Kreidler. And it's a 2-goal lead for Black. Push forward off the draw by Miller. In his feet, didn't realize it. Because now here comes White. Blair loses an edge. And it goes right to Kamzik, but taken away back by White. And turned back over to Black. Carrying in Kamzik. He'll drop it for Pape. Sent across. Miller. Sent in front, almost finding a tip there of Kamzik. And now White with a 2-on-1, 3-on-1 if they hurry. Shaver goes through the crease and stopped by Chase Hale.
And a great job by Hale there, able to stay with that. You would think when he turns around, probably expecting a pass. Hale, no, he saw right through it.
That was White's first shot in a while.
Yeah.
As Black has now doubled White in shots, it's 28-14 on the big board. Wise trying to get that one out of the zone. In the feet of both Moyer and Cooney. Cooney will come out with it, but loses it to Moyer. Moyer tried to go up to Aerosmith, past him, and that will be an icing. 7:36 now, and clock and counting. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think White has a goal this period.
I don't think they do either.
That one shot almost a quick commentator's curse as that one flutters over the net. Cooney back to the point. Shot there goes wide by Kiesel. O'Donnell loses it to Moyer.
White's looking more desperate after that last whistle.
Cooney down behind the net. Gives it off. Sent in front. Save. Rebound for O'Donnell. Won't go. Dibble loses it. Out to the point. Can't get a shot off his own dose. Through the crease. And cleared out by Dibble. Aerosmith as one tumbles. Here comes Aerosmith. All alone. Save made by Kreidler on the breakaway. Back the other way. Here's Sean O'Donnell. Pressured by 3 Black. As coming out with it is the Black team. Here's Caden Harvey. Shot goes wide. 6 minutes to go. O'Donnell finds Valentine. He'll move it up. Veneziano. Off the wall up to Pearsall. 2-on-1. Pass across all alone. Save made by Hale.
So far this period, it's been all Hale. A kingly performance by the goalie.
Off the draw, Black will win it, move it around the wall. Harvey, he gets it up to Ferentino. Black trying to go up quickly. Pass across to Kamzik, won't go. He has it in the corner. Sent towards the middle, broken up by White. Ferentino putting on chase from behind. Instead it'll be Pearsall carrying up. Pearsall drops it for Valentine. Sent towards the net, broken up by Mowry. Here comes Kamzik. Kamzik into the middle. Shot save made. Rebound is loose and blocked in front. Back to the point. Can't keep it in as Black. He'll have to go out the center. Mowry over. Into the middle. Finds Ferentino. Pass across to Kamzik. Bouncing puck won't go. Kamzik currently without a stick. Has to kick it along the wall to a teammate. He finds Harvey. And eventually Ferentino will pick up the loose puck. He'll go back to the point. Waits, fires, glove save, Kreidler. And he will just hold that one on the shot by Lashin. 4:10 to go in the game. Moyer will win the draw back. Shot from distance. Tipped there by Miller. Just goes wide. At the point, can't keep it in, is Lashin. He'll drop it here for Miller. Miller and Lashin will play catch. Off the wall, finding Pape. He'll move it to Miller. His shot save made and cleared out by Kreidler. Trying to catch Kreidler off guard with a quick shot there. White need to get back into this one. Carrying up his Blyer. Sent in the middle. That one's blocked. Moyer didn't know he had Miller sprung. As a little frustration from White. Moyer's going to be offsides as we get a whistle. 3:03 and thus will hit a whistle at 3 minutes exactly. It'll be 2:57 actually that they finally.
Oh, there you go. It's back to 3
Back
minutes.
to 3.
Time travel. Wow.
Little frustration brewing for White, as I believe they've only had, I think, 2 or 3 shots this period.
Around there. I think there's been a few that weren't counted on that clock.
It could be.
Because I think after 14 they had at least a few.
Carrying up now, Dibble. He'll
Jumpy
go
ref.
down to Aerosmith. Dumped around for Harvey, back around for Aerosmith. Black is perfectly happy killing time here with this 2-goal lead. Off the wall, Simcoe, offsides. Just barely for Simcoe. 2:29 to go in the game.
That's a biter for them.
Off the draw, Black will hold it once again. Wise up to Harvey. Harvey instead circles back. In the middle, finds Wise. Now up to Dibble. Dibble with Cooney on him. We'll try and just hold it along the wall. Cooney gives it up. Ondos. Carrying up, can't find a white stick. Black carrying up. Here's Wise. Wise's pass won't go. Back to the point. Aerosmith won't get that one out. O'Donnell will. Sean O'Donnell carries in. Walking in, hits the side of the net. Sent in front, taken away by Wise. Cleared out to Aerosmith, and he can't find Harvey for the empty net. Harvey does get it in the empty net. From the off angle, and Black will take an 8-5 lead.
Well, suffice to say, I think we're heading to the end for Team White.
1:30 to go. We've seen crazy things. No game is truly over till the whistle blows. Ferentino, he'll go back to Miller. Ferentino back to Kamzik. In feet, it'll go to Ferentino. He dances in. Ferentino waits, fires, scores, picks the close corner. And Michael Ferentino gets his second to make it 9-5 Black.
Well, I think we might be heading towards the end for Team White.
I think I might agree with you this time.
Well, now that you said it, we're going to be quadruple overtime. I'll be late for my food pickup.
Bush forward off the draw. Carrying up his Mowry. Gives it off Miller. He scores! Another one. And the clock will keep running now. Black takes a 10-5 lead.
Well, you know, they say when it rains it pours, and it is pouring outside at the moment, so I guess.
This game was so close at the end of the first.
Yeah, and then Team Black just took off.
Shaver sent in front, save made Hale, and poke checked out of danger. Shaver's shot from distance, save again by Hale. That one pushed forward. Carrying in Blair, 20 seconds ago. Sent in. Unable to get there. That one going to be dumped around as we hit 12 seconds to go. Black will make their way to their second straight Cranberry Cup final. Looking to take down the purple team that they upset last year in the semifinals. So that'll be an interesting one for sure. A purple team who wants revenge for last year versus the black team who wants the ship.
It was I mean, we already said it enough. That first half was fantastic, and then Black just hit another level. Chase Hale made one mistake towards the end of that first half and didn't forgive himself for it. He didn't let anything else by him for the rest of that game. So fantastic work all around. If they can put that together for 2 periods, they got a good chance of taking down Purple next week.
Yeah, I mean, according to the shots on the big board, 35-14, but I at least counted 16 for White at the end there.
Yeah, they missed a few of them there, but
But even then, if the total is 16, that means Black scored more goals in the second half than White had shots, and that's just domination then for the Black team. They came out the second half and were a completely different monster.
that was the least organized handshake lineup I've ever seen. But it works.
But that will do it for our semifinals. We have our finals set. It will be a rematch of last year's fisticuff overtime winning semifinal matchup between the 4 seed Purple and the 2 seed Black. Will Purple exercise the demons of last year, or will Black exercise the finals demons of last year? Someone's exercising demons. We'll have to figure out who that will be next week. Just the one. It'll be the championship for the Cranberry Cup. It'll be Purple versus Black. Don't know what time yet, so keep an eye on that. We will see you next week for Purple versus Black for the Cranberry Cup.